A homeless woman was asking for any kind of job, so the owner of a gas station hired her as an attendant. It was a gray Monday morning when Emma stood outside the Shell gas station just off Highway 74, her clothes wrinkled and soaked from the night's rain, her fingers numb despite the rising sun. The little cardboard sign she held trembled in her hands, not from shame but from cold. It read simply, "Looking for any kind of job. Please. We'll work hard." She wasn't begging for money, she never had. She didn't want a handout. Just a chance. Tom Reynolds, the 58-year-old owner of the gas station, was pouring salt on the icy patch by pump number 3 when he saw her. For a brief second, he hesitated, like many do. Not out of cruelty, but out of the quiet uncertainty that comes when your life bumps into someone else's hardship. She looked right at him, her eyes clear, tired, but still burning with something fierce. Not desperation. Hope. "Morning," he said, his voice gruff, more out of habit than temperament. "Morning, sir," she replied, her voice soft but steady. "I'm not asking for money. I just need work. Anything. Please." Tom looked her over, mid-30s, maybe younger, maybe older. The streets age people differently. He glanced at the station, then at her. He had no job ad posted, no interview forms, no protocol for this. But something in her voice, or maybe in her dignity, cut through the fog of routine. "Ever worked a register?" he asked. "No," she said quickly. "But I can learn. I can clean. Stock shelves. Anything." That afternoon, Emma was behind the counter wearing a spare uniform Tom kept in the back, the sleeves rolled up, hair tucked beneath a cap. She worked quietly, diligently, learning the register with the speed of someone who knows time is currency. Customers came and went, some glancing at her with curiosity, others with indifference. Tom watched from the office, surprised at how quickly she picked things up, and even more surprised at how different the station felt with her there. Like something had shifted. By the end of the week, Emma knew every pump number, every price code, and the names of 5 regulars. She never asked about pay or hours, she only asked if she could come back tomorrow. And she did, every day. Even on snow days. Even when her shoes were soaked through. Tom started paying her under the table, then made it official 2 weeks later. One night, after closing, Tom found her sweeping the lot. It was nearly 11 p.m., and she should have been long gone. "Emma, you don't have to do that," he said. She stopped, turned, and smiled, something she rarely did. "I know. But I like going to sleep knowing I gave my best today." "Where are you sleeping?" he asked, though he wasn't sure if he had the right to. "In the alley behind the bakery," she said, like it was just a regular apartment. "The owner lets me stay there. It's quiet." Tom nodded slowly. He didn't press, but the words haunted him long after he'd gone home. He had a spare room in the back of the station, used mostly for storage. That weekend, he cleared it out. By Monday, it had a cot, clean sheets, a small heater, and a door that locked. "Temporary," he said, when she saw it. "Just till you find something better." Emma cried. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet tears, the kind that catch you by surprise when you've spent too long being strong. Spring came. Emma saved nearly every dollar she earned. She bought better shoes. Then a used bicycle. Then a laptop from a pawn shop. She worked mornings at the station and spent her evenings at the library, teaching herself bookkeeping and computer skills. Tom once asked her what she had done before. "I was a paralegal," she said. "Until my husband passed away. We lost everything after his hospital bills. I had no one left. No backup." It was the first time she spoke about her past. And for Tom, it made everything more real. Emma wasn't a cautionary tale. She was America, resilient, broken in places, but still fighting. One morning, a silver SUV pulled into the station, and a woman in a sharp blazer walked in. She was from a local accounting firm. Her assistant had been pumping gas when Emma helped him carry a box of receipts he'd dropped. He mentioned she used to be a paralegal. The woman offered her a paid internship on the spot. "I'd understand if you said no," Emma told Tom, nervously twisting her apron. "I'd be a fool if I asked you to stay," he said, pride swelling in his voice. "Go. You earned it." That Friday was her last shift. The station felt emptier without her, quieter in a way that wasn't peaceful. The regulars asked about her for weeks. Tom kept her photo by the register, a picture they'd taken on her last day, Emma holding a coffee and smiling full-faced for the first time. A year later, Emma returned. Not as a customer, but as a donor. She started a small outreach program with her firm's help, offering part-time jobs and temporary housing to homeless women. The first location? Tom's gas station. "I wanted to start here," she said at the opening ceremony, standing beside Tom in front of a crowd. "Because someone gave me a chance when I had nothing but a cardboard sign and hope." There wasn't a dry eye in the crowd. Even Tom, tough as nails and twice as stubborn, had to clear his throat a few times before speaking. Today, Emma's story is one of second chances, not just hers, but the ones she's now giving others. The gas station still stands, busier than ever, not because of cheap gas or flashy signs, but because kindness lives there. And every so often, someone stops to ask about the woman in the photo by the register, the woman who swept the lot at night, who never stopped hoping, and who turned one act of compassion into a lifetime of change. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person to believe in you. And sometimes, that belief becomes the spark that lights 1,000 others.